Um, when you've been shape shifting all night and you're too tired to change back. He turned into a dog. Guys, this is better effects than Shazam Fury of the Gods. Okay? Just so you know. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So, I didn't get a chance to record a quick reaction or anything. And I saw Shazam Fury of the Gods. This will be, I guess, my quick little review for that. Because in order for me to log my Rotten Tomatoes review, I gotta publish something, right? So I'll give you my quick down and dirty on Shazam Fury of the Gods. Now, I will say the first Shazam, I wasn't a big fan. It's fine. I do think that they were trying a little too hard to copy the Marvel formula, which that's fine to me as long as the jokes are funny. As long as, and I will say there are some fun moments in the first movie, and I'll say I like the first movie better. Now, just to give you a frame of reference on where I stand with the DC universe, I am a DC guy, but I happen to be a massive fan of Zack Snyder's trilogy. All right, everything outside of that, I go from it's okay to I hate it. You know. But I absolutely adore Zack Snyder's trilogy. Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, preferably Ultimate Cut, and Justice League. I think those three movies, especially when you watch them like together or over 3 days in a row, for me, they're like perfection. Okay? I adore them. I like the darker tone. I think that's refreshing, especially considering today, it's like everything Marvel puts out, you gotta be slapping your knee. You know, you got to be slapping your knee. And guys, let me know if you in the comments how are you feeling about comedy in superhero movies? And don't get me wrong, Superman 1978 had some great comedy in it. I'm not saying I don't want comedy at all in superhero movies, but I don't want them to be considered comedies. Superman 1978 is not considered a comedy. It's a superhero movie. But it's almost getting to the point where comedy takes precedence over everything else. Some of you like that, not me. It takes me out of the movie because when I go to any type of genre, I guess I situate my brain for that specific. Like if I go to a horror movie, I kind of want to be thrilled and scared and all that stuff. You know, if I go to a comedy, I want to be laughing my ass off. If I go to a superhero movie, almost kind of like an action movie. I want there to be some comedy in there, you know, but I want to be thrilled. I want to be entertained. I want to be like, holy shit, did you see that guy flying out of the helicopter? And yeah. Now, first up front, we all know that, God, why am I drawing a blank? James Gunn. Yeah. We all know that James Gunn has taken over the DC universe. He has his own new plan. He's got Elseworlds. So there's 3 movies that are, they're in the can, and so they can't just throw them away. So let's put them out. And so they put out Holly. Deadpool is a great example where that's one exception where comedy, because I view Deadpool as a comedy. I really do, and it's hilarious. Okay, but you had Shazam, Fear of the Gods. You had The Flash, and then you have the new Aquaman. And these movies are in a weird place because they don't really matter, no matter what. Like Shazam could have been, the most amazing comic book film ever made. And according to James Gunn's plan, it's not going to matter. They're not going to greenlight a sequel, because then that's really going to screw things up. Although under Elseworlds, guys, and let me know if couldn't they qualify under Elseworlds if they wanted to continue? I don't know. But overall, guys, I didn't care for this movie at all. The villains, I can't remember the names of them, but it's Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren. I just didn't find them effective. And that's not because they're women. I think it's just because when you have gods as your villains, you can kind of get yourself in trouble. I used to think when I was a little kid, the more powerful, the bigger the villain, the better, because I didn't know any better. But as I'm getting older, it's the more human the villain is, the more sadistic the villain is, the better. You know, Joker is a great freaking example. That's a guy who has no freaking superpowers, and he chews up scenery. You can't help but love him at all. Okay. Nighttime, Lucy Liu, Kill Bill. I'll take that all freaking day. You will listen to every fucking word I have to say. Yeah, give me that all day. I love that. Hell yeah. But these two villains felt extremely generic. Extremely generic. Again, they're obviously trying to copy the Marvel formula, but the problem is the jokes aren't too funny. And honestly, guys, the best part of this movie was when they were kids, when they weren't superheroes, and that's a shame. I'm trying to remember the kid's name, but the one that is handicapped, he is the only saving grace of the movie. He was also in It, I think both It movies. He's the only saving grace in the movie. I enjoyed him when he was in the movie, and he's in the movie quite a bit. But the scenes where they're actually like superheroes and they're flying, you know how I referenced Superman 78? Christopher Reeve's flying in Superman 78 was more believable than the flying scenes in this movie. They literally looked like they were on wires. And when you look at like Man of Steel, that and it's CGI, that looks amazing. When he's in flight, it looks real. But I don't know if it's a budget issue, but it really looked bad in this, and that kind of takes you out of the movie. So, pretty generic third act, and really at the end of the day, guys, Shazam Fury of the Gods, it's forgettable, and I think it's epically forgettable. That's pretty much my review of this movie. I'll probably never watch it again. Okay. Now, on the flip side of that, because I do like to give a nugget of good in every review, I'm curious to see what little kids would think of this movie, because they might enjoy this. They might really enjoy this. And I will say, the advanced screening crowd that I saw this movie with, the guy sitting next to me, he was laughing his ass off the entire time. Like, have you guys ever been to a theater and there's that one guy that you can tell he's super excited to either A, be at a new movie, or B, he just loves the property. Or maybe he just loves everything that DC puts out. And you could apply that to Marvel too. There are Marvel fans that they will go to any Marvel movie and it's going to be like freaking The Godfather. They're going to have the time of their lives. They're going to be laughing at stuff that's probably not even that funny. And that's fine. That was my one piece of enjoyment out of this movie, was the guy sitting next to me. He was so loud with his laughter, but in a good way. And it was kind of infectious. I was enjoying him enjoying the movie. I wasn't enjoying the movie at all, though. Okay. But it is kind of, it's entertaining when you go to the theater and you have somebody that reacts to a movie like that, you know? So, yeah. I guess overall for my rating, I would give it a low, very, very low humdrum. That's what I'll say. A very low humdrum. Okay. Almost 2 hours lost. All right. So there you go. That's my review for Shazam Fury of the Gods. What's up, guys? You are at the end of the DD Live clip. What I do is I like to clip these out if I think the topic is important or something that's newsworthy. So thank you for watching, and if you want to watch more, you can go over here. You can go over here, click on one of those, and hopefully I can do this for 20 seconds, which I think I did. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching, guys.